Hey guys, hi, yeah, I'm back here again. So for this video, this is another different video. The topic I'll be focusing on is about knowing thyself. Sorry, the topic I'll be speaking about is about knowing yourself, but in this time knowing your purpose. Okay, your purpose in life can be determined by different things in life. It can be determined by what you like, which I mentioned could be the hobby, passionate self, the vanity aspect of self. Okay, it could be the superficial part of self. It can also be determined by the personality of the self. Okay, and in understanding this aspect, and also be defined by the spiritual self. But one thing about finding your purpose in life, if I can go straight in, is that you can never finish finding your purpose in life. Every single day I wake up, I'm like, today I should be a singer. I could sing. I love singing. Oh my gosh. Oh, singing you sing. Okay? I enjoy singing. Oh, I enjoy entertaining. I just want to be an entertainer. And you can do most of those selves, but no one has ever improved in your life or found your purpose doing multiple things. And multiple things doesn't necessarily have to be juggling, like doesn't have to be entrepreneurship kind of thing. Multiple things is about juggling different things that actually are not incoherent with one another. So for example, like I mentioned about entertainment, so I'll give you an example. A TV presenter can actually go on to become a judge, and it's still in the same entertainment industry. I'll give you an example. You know Divina, is it hard to say her name? Divina, I first started seeing her from Big Brother to X Factor, from X Factor to other things, now to see L'Oreal adverts or Pantene hair, to now being a judge in the Masquerade. You know, she is doing different things, but she's still in the same area. She's still in the same sphere of life. So she's doing so much, but it's still entertainment. It's still presenting. She's still presenting something. And that is her skill set. And that is what she's loved. She also did the £1 million drop, I believe. So she's still presenting. She is specialized in that. And this is why she's highly paid for her role. Because she is skilled and has developed herself to a great extent of knowing how to present. In the same way with Ant and Dec, because they have mastered the art of presenting, that makes it entertaining for viewers to see. So this is them focused. They might present in different things, but the thing is still presenting. Does that make sense? Now, where it becomes, finding your purpose becomes a problem is where you decided that you're going to be a doctor one day. This is your calling, oh. Maybe, and then you decide to become a restaurateur, like running a restaurant. And then you know, this is actually in the same doing the doctorship. Oh, you're still holding the doctor. And then from restaurants, oh no, now you want to start running a, I don't know, what would it be, a clothing shop. No, that's nothing. That's no. If you notice in the Dragons Den, all of them have, whilst they have multiple businesses in different places, there is one tangible thing that is holding them, like health, style and living. And this is where they heavily invest their money, or anything that will promote such. They can dip their hands into other things, but you find them coming back to the same thing that already know, as that's where they feel comfortable with. The same thing like Lord Sugar. He is now known as one of the richest person in UK. And his main thing he likes is tech. But he has tried to invest in other things like bakery and things like that. But you notice he's not the one running it. He's asking people to run those things for them. And his own things will be a silent supporter. Assuming he then leaves all this tech industry and starts running a baking shop, he's going to fail miserably. So this is about finding purpose in life. One thing about finding purpose in life is that you have to be focused on one thing or one area. Not necessarily one thing, but one area. As I mentioned to you, as I discovered for myself that I enjoy working with young people and I like helping young people. Now, anything that I do from now on has become young people orientated. My thoughts is often thinking, how can I help them improve? My thoughts are often thinking, how can I help break these barriers? How can I inform them of this? How can I help them with this? How can this be? That's where my thoughts often lies. And who are the target audience in these young people? Because you can work with young people from different backgrounds, but it's important to know which background that you fit in the most. But at the same time, do not limit yourself in focusing on that background. So what I'm trying to get to is about finding your purpose. Once you find your purpose, it's about then harnessing on your skill set that align with that purpose that you have, and then focusing on it and going straight for it. Okay, me doing this YouTube thing, I'm not focusing on youth ministry, to be precise. That's because in my own thoughts, like in my own word, I still do youth, like I do youth work in my own work, like in my normal life. I work with young people, but I'm not focusing it on this particular thing because in my mind I enjoy giving advice, and that has not changed. Does that make sense? I'm still in the advice giving realm. I still enjoy speaking, I still enjoy teaching, I still enjoy those things, and that has not changed because in my normal everyday life I am always mentoring, coaching, teaching, supporting people to become better. In this situation, whilst it may not be just young people, to be precise, but I can be speaking to any age group in this situation, but I'm still doing that coaching, mentoring, advice situation. Does that make sense? So it still aligns, and the same thing with my blog. It also does align with that because I just teach in the area that I would like to teach and where I'm comfortable. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So that's one thing I discovered about having a purpose in life, is that you can never finish having one purpose, but it's important when you discover what you're good at and what you feel that you're called to do, focus on it. And if you then wish to change your direction of life, you can absolutely change it. People have dropped actress and focus on ministry. Okay? People have decided to take their acting thing to use it as a ministry. Does that make sense? So it's about knowing the balance, having a balance of which one works for you, which one can help you grow and enhances you as a person. So that is one thing I would like to talk about finding your purpose. And finally, from a Christian perspective, in finding your purpose in life, I think it's often important that you actually write them down, pray over them, and ask God for direction on how to achieve those purposes. Because you can, I'm also a big believer that you can dabble in a lot of things before you find your purpose. But in doing those a lot of things, all of them will come. There will come a time when they like magnets with each other. You're like, that is it. That is what I should have been doing for all these years. So there comes a time when they will magnet and everything makes sense. My example is like, since I've known myself, I've done babysitting for a long time. I've worked with children for a long time. I've worked with youths for a long time in different capacities. It took me years though to discover this was where I was meant to be. I'm not joking. I remember when I was working for adults with learning disabilities, and I said to myself, no, I want to work with young people. I went back to working with youths. Does that make sense? I knew they're helping these people, but that's not the age group I really want to work with. And then I made sure that I aligned myself back with working with young people by applying for jobs that relate to working with young people. And that, regardless of whatever capacity, is still working and supporting young people to develop in themselves. So that's my passion I've discovered, and that is one thing I want to focus on and perfect on. Well, I can never really perfect, but better myself in every single time so that I do not lose focus and grip. Does that make sense? So on that note, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share with others who this video may benefit, and put it in your video playlist to kind of remind yourself of what I've spoken. You may have heard it in different places, but two things that I've mentioned here that you need to take is you can never finish finding your purpose, but to be able to achieve that purpose, you must focus on one thing or one area and perfect on it or better yourself in it before you move to the next. I use Divina as a very good example. She's a very good role model in that area for me. And this is when you start getting accolades for your work. Whatever people applaud you on, I find, is actually linked to what you probably should be doing. Like, I was busy doing a lot of things. And however, everything I've done, the only thing I find compliments on was people talking about how I work with young people, how I'm able to be patient with them, how I'm able to teach them, how I'm able to... I'm like, some people will just be giving me money. Like, literally, people will just come and support. This is for the young. I'm like, okay, what the flipper haven't you been thinking about? So after studying everything, I was like, hello, we coming back to youth work. And youth work has different aspects of it, don't get it wrong. It's not just about going and having fun or helping young people have fun. It's about breaking barriers that hinders them in achieving their future. And that's one of the key things I love about that work. Alright, thank you for watching, and hope this video supports you in finding your purpose in life. It's about understanding the self. Remember, you need to understand all the different types of the self I mentioned in my previous video to discover your purpose. When these things make sense to you, you start aligning yourself with your purpose. Anyways, let's leave it as this. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Take care. Signing off. Talkinsen.